lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. It feels like it's been a really long time since I've been live on this channel. Is it 2 weeks, the international break? It's been a very long time, so I hope you're all doing well. Do let us know in the comments how you've been doing over these 2 weeks. It's been a busy 2 weeks, hasn't it? We usually go on about 15 minutes before kickoff, but I thought I'd go on 5 minutes earlier due to the fact that it's been a busy international break, hasn't it? And there's been lots to talk about. The first one is, the last time we did a live, we were on around, I think, 695 subscribers. We're now on 803. So that's a massive bit of growth there. So thank you very much to everyone who's been subscribing. We've grown massively, haven't we, in these last 2 weeks, and got to 803 subscribers now. I think we're on 804.3, and we're very close to that 1,000 now. It's within touching distance, isn't it? So please do keep sharing the videos, liking the videos, subscribing to the channel if you're not subscribed, and getting the channel out there. The more people, the better, and we want to hit that 1,000 subscribers. We're so close, aren't we, that 803? You know, when we were down at 400 and 300, we thought maybe we'll never reach that 1,000. I'm very much in belief that we'll reach that 1,000 subscribers now. So thank you very much. Please do keep subscribing, sharing with your friends, getting as many people to subscribe as possible. If you don't follow our Twitter, We Are City MCFC, go and follow us. Our Instagram at We Are City _MCFC. Keep updated with City news and anything we're doing on this channel. And we've got big plans for the summer. Things are easing a bit in England at the moment. Things are looking a bit brighter. We can supposedly, due to coronavirus, maybe we can feel a bit more confident about the future. But hope's the killer, isn't it? Hope's the one that crushes you, because that's the one that never, you know, if it doesn't go right, it's the hope that kills you, like they say. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, in summer, things will be good, and with a lot more exciting things coming in this channel. I'm actually thinking we've got a really big video planned for the Euros coming up, so that's something for you guys to look forward to. The big news, footballing-wise, Manchester City-wise, is, of course, if you've not seen the banner on the channel that says thank you, Sergio. Sergio Aguero is leaving Manchester City. Now, let us know in the comments what your feeling on that is. Of course, City are playing Leicester today, but there's a few things to get out of the way first, like I said. And the first one is the Sergio departure. Honest opinion, my opinion, I'm not happy about it. I don't think it's the right decision. I think they should maybe give him another year. I really do. I think he's not had the chance to prove himself this year. And I mean, if you're going off Pep's press conference yesterday, the fact that City won't be signing a striker according to Pep Guardiola, then why? You've got Sergio Aguero there, so why not? You know, he was part of the greatest Premier League moment ever, and I was so privileged and so lucky to be there, you know, in the ground at that moment. It was absolutely incredible. One of the greatest moments of, you know, that euphoria, I suppose you could describe it as, to be there when Sergio Aguero scored that goal. And I was there for his first game as well. And from that moment when he scored those 2 goals against Swansea and got that assist, you just knew there was something special about Sergio Aguero. And he's done, 10 years at the club, and I wish he could have done more. It's a big shame. Onto the comments as well, you guys, a lot of people have been talking. I realised that I did put the stream on a bit too early, so people were here at, was it 2 o'clock? Yeah, it's a 5:30 kickoff today against Leicester City, and last time City played Leicester, things didn't work out so well, so hoping that's a bit different today. A couple of people coming in predictions. One thing I've noticed as well, Elmis has said, rest in peace, Claude. Yeah, definitely. That is a big sad one, isn't it, for the football community online. Claude was someone, I mean, from anyone growing up watching football, anyone who ever watched Arsenal, everyone knows Arsenal Fan TV, don't they? And everyone watched Claude, and he was just one of those people that seemed like a genuinely nice person, and he was passionate about his team, wasn't he? Really passionate, and it's such a shame to lose someone like that. And, you know, thoughts go out to his family and everything. I know Arsenal Fan TV are doing some sort of donation. You can make donations to Claude's family towards the funeral and things. So if you guys want to go and do that, definitely go ahead. Go over to AFTV on Twitter or on YouTube, and you'll be able to find that link there. But onto the game now. Like I said, Sergio Aguero leaving, but Sergio Aguero starting, which is something that is good to see. So this is the City starting lineup. I'll pull up both teams on screen for you now. So City have gone with Ederson in goal. It says Stefan there. A little mistake there by me. So Ederson in goal. He got Walker, Diaz, Laporte, and Mendy the back four. Yes, Benjamin Mendy started. Elmis has said, why is Benjamin Mendy starting? Not too happy with that one. Rodri and Fernandinho holding midfield. Very negative in my eyes. And I mean, the fullbacks are negative anyway in Kyle Walker. I'm not liking this lineup, if I'm honest with you. Kevin De Bruyne in front. Then it's Mahrez on the right. It's looking like Jesus on the left. And the club legend, Sergio Aguero, hopefully can score loads of goals for City today. The Leicester City side will pull it up on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, Leicester have gone with Schmeichel in goal. A back three of Fofana. Johnny Evans, ex-Manchester United, a good player, was linked with City, wasn't he, for a long time. And Daniel Amati. They've got either Castagna on the right or the left, or Albrighton on the right or the left. They can swap around. And Didi and Tielemans a very good midfield pairing, holding midfield. Ayoze Perez in front, and then ex-City man Kelechi Iheanacho has just been announced, hasn't he, as Player of the Month in the Premier League. Congratulations to him. And City have got a buyback option on him, and if he can start to really make some impressions, this season. I mean, I know he signed a new contract today, but of course that clause will still be in there. Maybe we see City bring him back as the Sergio Aguero replacement. Maybe he's a bit of an out there sort of sign. Of course, Jamie Vardy's in a goal drought, but always seems to score goals against Manchester City. He's also in that side, and he probably will score against Manchester City, won't he, Jamie Vardy? He always seems to score, and if anyone remembers the last time City did play Leicester, it was a 5-2 defeat at the start of the season, and I was listening to a couple of podcasts, some City podcasts that are around there on Spotify this week about, City did lose to Leicester in that game, but we give them 3 penalties, and, when you think about it, the players that were in that team aren't in that City team anymore, so there's nothing to worry about. Well, you're wrong about that one, whoever said that, because Benjamin Mendy's back in there, and I'm not looking forward to that. Elmi says Chelsea have been exposed, but no one took their chances but West Brom. Yeah, so that's a big thing in the Premier League as well, something to talk about. Chelsea lost 5-2 to West Bromwich Albion today. I saw a bit of the game, and I think it was 3-1 at the time, and I thought, oh, well, West Brom have won. 5-2, I've just seen it before I came on live here. What an ending to that game it was. 5-2. He looks a top player, doesn't he, that Mateus Pereira? I think everyone says that, looking like he's on his way to maybe West Ham or somewhere like that. He looks a really good player. It's good to have everyone back in the live comments. Let us know what you've been doing over the international break. Have you been watching football? The international football's good. I'm really looking forward to the Euros international-wise. We saw that Germany lost to North Macedonia, didn't they? Which is a bit of a surprise. England managed to beat Poland. Spain won as well. And a incredible performance from Dani Olmo for Spain. Expel also, Lanky, they were here before. Hopefully they can come back into the live today. They were all a bit surprised to see the game wasn't there. So predictions-wise, Dell's gone with a 2-1 to City. Expel's gone with a 3-1 to City. Elmis has gone with a 2 or 3-1 to City. Dell's going for a 2-1 win to Leicester City. A lot of people, a lot of different predictions. Ender says, I'm not sure if we're going to win. I agree with you there, Ender. I am not the confidence today. And Elmis says, I got injured while playing for Spain. I assume that means Eric Garcia. And Dell's also seen Kong versus Godzilla. I know a couple of people have been talking about that, haven't they, on this channel? Kong versus Godzilla. And there we are. You've seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I probably won't see it, unfortunately. For you might want to ask me about it, but I don't think it's the sort of film that I would watch. We're not a long way from kick-off, around 10 minutes away from Manchester City versus Leicester. We're hoping for something a bit different. And Chelsea's Mendy didn't have a good game today, did he? And hopefully that is all the badness of Mendy's in the league today, having a bad game, because I'm not too confident about Benjamin Mendy being back in there. Gary Ramsey says, hi, all great. The proper football is back. 2-0 to City tonight. You're quite right, Gary. You feel like, you've got nothing to do, don't you, at the moment with no football, when there's no football there. And it really is frustrating to have to watch international football. I think international football, when it comes to tournaments, I love it. I do like, supporting a country and saying, yeah, come on, and getting into it. But when it's all these international qualifiers and friendlies, it's just not the same, is it? And it's not like watching City. I don't think the quality is as high. Elmis sadly doesn't let me do the option file thing. I think you're doing it wrong, Elmis. You need to watch a tutorial, like I said, on the comments, and you've just got to follow it as good as possible. Loasis hooked 2 holding midfielders. Really good to have you back, Loay. How are you doing? How has it been going over the past 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 holding midfielders is an odd one. I think it's a negative lineup from Guardiola. He's having a bit of a weird time, Guardiola, at the moment, isn't he? And I think Elmis has said there that Pep's probably lying about City not signing a striker. I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to disappoint you guys. I know, as City fans as well. There was reports in the midweek, I was talking to someone about it, and it was saying City are willing to spend 100 million in Haaland and 100 million in Jack Grealish, and they're going to spend 200 million on those 2 players. And people on Twitter were getting really, really excited about it, and thinking of all the possibilities of which it might happen. I hate to break it to you, but you are fantasists pretty much, because it's not going to happen. City won't sign Erling Haaland. I hate to break it to you guys. If I'm wrong, I'd love to be wrong. You know what? There's some things that you love to be wrong about. I'd absolutely love to be wrong about this one, but I don't think City will sign Haaland. I don't think City will sign Grealish. City will not spend over 70 million on a footballer. They will never spend over 70 million on a footballer. I want to be wrong. I really do want to be wrong, but I just cannot see it happening, and I cannot see City sign Erling Haaland. He's the only man, other than maybe Mbappe or Joao Felix or Harry Kane. They're the four that I think are acceptable replacements for a legend like Sergio Aguero leaving. And what we said all season, you've been on these streams enough, you guys. You said City need to score goals, don't we? We need a striker. Well, tell you what, get expecting a sort of Alexander Isak. Isaac's not a bad player, but he's not Sergio Aguero, is he? And I think we're going to see an Isak, an Andre Silva, a Danny Ings on a free. That's the sort of player you're going to be seeing join Manchester City over the summer, which is not the... It's hard to be excited about, isn't it? They're not going to sign Jack Grealish either. They're not going to sign Lionel Messi. Just, every summer these journalists, guys, you've got to be honest, every summer you see these journalists coming out, City are going to spend 300 million, and it never happens, does it? So be prepared to be disappointed this summer. Don't get your hopes up, and then if you don't get your hopes up, hopefully then you'll be pretty happy in the end if they do sign Haaland or whatever. Ender says, would you be disappointed if we get Ings? Because I would, yeah. I would be absolutely crushed if the City signed Danny Ings. Ender, if he's a second choice striker and City are moving Jesus to the wing like today, Jesus on the wing, yeah, fair enough. Danny Ings, homegrown player, counts in English towards the squad. He's a goal scorer, isn't he? But is he the one to replace Sergio Aguero? Absolutely no way. Is Isak? No. Is Haaland the one? Yes. Is Mbappe the one? Yes. Is Kane the one? Possibly. He's a bit immobile in my opinion, but he's better than nothing. Is Liam Delap the one? Sounds like he is in Pep Guardiola's book. Elmis said, I tried to extract the file, watched this tutorial like 10 times. You honestly, Elmis, you must be doing it wrong. Andrew says 3-0 for City today, so a lot of confident City fans. Elmis says, I had my academic test results and feel great. Well, that's really good at Lowe. Congratulations on that you've done really well for your academic test results. That's really good for you. And you've gone with a 1-0 to City, so you're going for a tight game. It looks like Pep's going for a sort of defensive performance today, isn't it? Elmis says Joao Felix is perfect. Yeah, he can play that false 9 role. Maybe when Pep's saying City aren't going to sign a striker, he means they're going to sign a false 9 and it is Joao Felix that's coming. I very much doubt it, but we'll see. And Lowe thinks Haaland's the man as well. I agree with you, Lowe. If anyone watches Haaland, he's so exciting to watch, isn't he? I know he's not been great in the international break for Norway, has he? And I've seen a couple of people come out and say, oh, well, it's easy in the Bundesliga. I mean, take Timo Werner, for example. He's been absolutely terrible for Chelsea, hasn't he, really? Missed the sitter for Germany as well. But he's obviously someone who runs on confidence. I don't think it's the sort of what they call Bundesliga tax, where they're saying, well, if you're in the Bundesliga, you score loads of goals. City have not, you're thinking, oh, Haaland's from the Bundesliga, so we shouldn't sign him. Kevin De Bruyne is from the Bundesliga. Leroy Sané was from the Bundesliga. And look how they worked out. So, I wouldn't think that's anything to Haaland. I watched Haaland versus Sevilla, Dortmund versus Sevilla, and also we're going to see Haaland up front and personal, aren't we, when he faces City in the Champions League. City have, of course, drawn Dortmund, which was also over the international break, wasn't it? So another bit of big news. And I think that is going to be a good one for City. I mean, if Haaland plays City and absolutely destroys them, surely City have got to then say, you know what, we've got to spend the money. We've got to bite the bullet now. We haven't spent, big money on an individual player in so long, and it's about time we did that. But, I mean, Raiola's doing his usual rubbish, isn't he? Haaland's agent, and he's been in Barcelona one day, Madrid the next day, over in England talking to everyone, trying to drum the price up for Erling Haaland. Let's see if that works or not. He might end up stuck at Dortmund this summer. Ender says Martinez is the realistic striker we get this summer. I hope not, Ender. He's another one that I don't particularly rate. I honestly don't rate Lautaro Martinez that highly. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's the one. I don't think he's the one. Elmi says Raiola doesn't like Pep. Yeah, but I think they've both spoke recently, haven't they, about they can put that behind them. Gary says Haaland will go to Barcelona. Now, on that one, Gary, I think you're probably right there. I think Haaland will go to Barcelona or Real Madrid. I think he will be going to Spain if he goes to anywhere. But one thing that is worth mentioning is City. People love to say about City, oh, you failed financial fair play. And it's been revealed this week, hasn't it, that financial fair play is going to be pretty much relaxed a lot. And don't you find that convenient that financial fair play is being relaxed when the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid are nearly $1 billion in debt? How are Barcelona, a club that are over $1 billion in debt with 700 million euros needed to be paid back by the end of the season? Where are they going to get 150 million for Erling Haaland from? Sounds dodgy to me, but it's the usual UEFA. They let Barcelona and Real Madrid get away with absolutely everything. And, Barcelona don't even have to sign players in the transfer window, do they? They can just go and nick them off a relegation threatened side. Say, here's 20 million that we can't refuse. We'll take your top scorer away. You'll get relegated. and we'll have a player that we don't even use in Martin Braithwaite. So I don't trust those teams. Also, another frustrating thing about if Barcelona do want Haaland, I tell you what, City will not compete. City do not compete with teams anyway. They don't like to be in bidding wars with teams. If you've noticed over the years, as soon as another team comes in for a player, City leave it. They don't want to be fighting with teams for players. They're not that sort of club anymore. And also, City will not fight with Barcelona. As soon as Barcelona are interested, there's too many people involved at City who love Barcelona, who are from Barcelona, for Barcelona fans. They do subconsciously possibly care more about what's better for Barcelona than what is better for Manchester City. And we saw it with Frankie de Jong. The reason City didn't sign Frankie de Jong is because Barcelona wanted him. And the same sort of happened with De Ligt. I think that was mostly with Raiola. Haaland is so unrealistic. It's not going to happen, guys, unfortunately. We're just going to have to accept that as City fans. The players are out in the field now, not long away from kick-off. We'll put the crowd audio on for a bit of ambience. Andrew says 803 subscribers. Great, channel so popular. Thank you very much. I don't think I would like Felix, says Loay. We have too many players that can play the false nine really well. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Felix is the one to play the false nine. But City need an out-and-out goal scorer, don't they? I think Felix only scored, 10 goals this season. It's not been that impressive. We've got players like that who can score 10 goals a season. City need a player who can score 20 goals, 30 goals a season. Elmis doesn't want City to steal Saka. Well, if Arsenal keep going down the league, you might see it. Elmis says, I was playing FIFA and almost got my new team together now. Get Team of the Week Stones and the 85 and Courtois. I want to have fun. They're two good players to have in your team on FIFA. I'll be honest with you, I've never really been a fan of Ultimate Team. It's just gambling for kids, isn't it, really? And that's what EA Sports are all about. Just betting, isn't it, really? You spend your money on real money on packs. You might get a good player, you might not get a good player. It's gambling for kids. Elmis is Bayern versus Leipzig as well. Yeah, that's coming up, isn't it? Is that today, that one? And Laporte was your Diaz before. Yeah. Solid player, wasn't he, Laporte? He was the one that everyone looked to. Now it's Ruben Diaz, but we'll see how it goes. The City side is on the screen with you now on the left-hand side. It's been there all this time. And City do play Leicester City today. The surprise is Benjamin Mendy in there, isn't it? He hasn't played in so long, and then he gets thrown in a big game where he was shocking last time. I don't trust Pep on this one. I really don't trust Pep on this one. But who's to question Pep Guardiola? He's been getting it right, hasn't he, recently? So we'll see how that goes. We've got Stones, Ake, Cancelo, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Sterling, and Ferran Torres on the bench. That's a strong City bench, as it always is, isn't it? We rarely see City with a weak bench do it, unless it's injuries. And it's good to see Ruben Diaz back. He's been having some good games for Portugal, hasn't he? And Kyle Walker, growing his hair back is Kyle. No longer going for the bald look. I think he's realised that going bald doesn't make you be more favourable with Pep in the starting lineup. So Pep, he's thinking, I'll just grow my hair back anyway. Pep doesn't just like people because they're bald. Elmis says, anyone with a footballing brain knows Laporte and Diaz would be a future duo. They're going to be better than Stones and Diaz. Yeah, it's whether Stones can keep up the level, because I think on current form, Stones is better than Laporte, in my opinion. Laporte's not been playing to his high level. Stones has. But Stones made that mistake, didn't he, against Poland for England, if anyone saw that. And the worry is whether Stones falls into that mess again. I'm hoping he doesn't. But we'll have to see. Ender, do you think Arsenal will beat Liverpool? No, I don't, Ender. I think Liverpool will still beat them. You can't know, though. I wouldn't say I'm rarely right, aren't I, on things. But I'd love to be wrong on that one. I'd like Arsenal to beat Liverpool. Like the Haaland thing, I'd love to be wrong on that one. Sheba says, Sabo Sheba's here. Surprised West Brom defeated Chelsea today. Yeah, it was a big surprise, wasn't it, Sheba, for that one? And Loay says, I've got a good feeling about this game. I have as well, to an extent, but I don't know whether the international break is going to put off that form that City are in, that really good run of form. Whether City are going to get back to that level straight away. They might need a few games to regroup, and also, as soon as you put Benjamin Mendy in the team, you start to question, don't you, what's going on? Because it's like City need a left back, don't they? How long have we needed a left back for now? Maybe the left back comes at some point. Maybe it doesn't. I think they've been rumoured that Nuno Mendes is going to be joining, but he's going to cost an absolute arm and a leg, isn't he? 70 million euros or whatever. Can't see that happening. I don't know. We might be seeing Mendy here next season, because City love to save money, don't they? Are you going to watch the game because of Arteta? Probably not. If I get a chance to watch the game, I will. Elmis says, where's Julie? She's normally, I don't know. Julie's not here today, is she? She'll come along at some point. And Rupert Lawler says, hi. Hello to you, Rupert. Good to have you. How are you doing, Rupert? Oh, you've had a good time. Elmis says, don't steal my angry Scotsman, Kieran Tierney. You're worried about City stealing a lot of your players, aren't you? You've only got about 2 in Tierney and Saka. I don't think I'd take any other player from Arsenal, to be honest with you. Maybe Odegaard. Sheba says, to be fair, Leicester are missing key players, but they're still dangerous. Look what they did against United. Exactly, Sheba. And I think Leicester could cause some problems for Manchester City today. I really do. I'm a bit worried. Iheanacho's in form, isn't he? I know the international break's been, and that might, like we said, just not that form for a bit. But the match is underway. Manchester City versus Leicester City. City in the white today. Expel's here. Hello to you, Expel. I hope you're doing well. I saw you in earlier, weren't you, at the wrong time. That was my fault. I tend to put the live streams on early so people know what games we're doing way in advance. And I got the time wrong. I think the time did change, didn't it? I put it on that early. Immediately on the ball are Leicester City here. And back they go. I'll tell you a player that's really impressive. I really liked him when he was playing at St Etienne. It's, what's he called? Fofana, Wesley Fofana. Really, really good player. The young Frenchman. Another one that Leicester you'll probably see moved on for a big fee. Vardy in there. Vardy loves Manchester City, doesn't it? I have to be careful that Vardy doesn't continue to love Manchester City and score today. He scored a lovely back heel, didn't he, in that game at the Etihad earlier on in the season. Of course, Nathan Ake was in that side, wasn't it? And looked alright, Ake. He scored in that game. Mahrez scored a screamer as well early on. Here's De Bruyne. Rodri. Wide to Benjamin Mendy. Rupert says, try and play 4-2-3-1 in the career mode. I'm sort of playing the 4-2-3-1, Rupert. But what I do is I let Cancelo sort of move into that midfield diamond. It is sort of a back 2, a back 3, like City play in real life. Here's Iheanacho. Fernandinho, good tackle. Iheanacho into Ayoze Perez with the ball through. It's a terrible one into the hands of Edison. Congrats on 803 subs to Expel. Thank you very much. Nearly at that 1,000 mark, aren't we? Nearly. And we're going to do a Q&A for 1,000. I might get, obviously it's not just me here at the We Are City channel, so I might get a few people on that Q&A as well, answer a few questions. What we'll do is we'll put up a little short video, like a 30-second video saying we're doing a Q&A. And you guys will be able to just put in the comment section your questions, as many as you want. You can ask a million questions if you want. We'll try and get through as many as we can. And that'll be coming in the future. Elmi says the first pen Leicester City scored should have saved. Yeah, he was poor in that game. And Loasis Fofana is a baller. Exactly. Absolute facts there, says Helmis, and he is right. Fofana is a top player. I'm surprised bigger clubs were interested in Wesley Fofana for whatever reason. Here's Rodri. Ball into the box. Cleared away by Amati. Only as far as Benjamin Mendy, who's terrible and slow in the air. And he's lost the ball here to Albrighton. Ball in behind to Kelechi Iheanacho. Kyle Walker. Oof, terrible clearance. Iheanacho. Expel says, we still on for a face reveal when we hit 1,000 subs. Quite right, Expel. We will be doing a face reveal. And we'll be doing a series, a little short 6-part series for Euro 2020. And it'll be Euro 2020 played on the PlayStation 5 mixed with real-life football in my garden. So you'll be seeing football challenges in the garden mixed with playing the Euros. It's as much as I can tell you now, but it's something you should be really excited about. I think you'll like it. I really do think you'll like it. You'll get to see me and a couple of people here at the channel try some footballing challenges, and actually it's going to be challenges that mean sort of what team you can play in the Euros. It's all to be revealed soon, but get ready for that one. Rupert says, yeah, it's quite good, but put Cancelo at DM instead of Cam. I think he's playing centre mid at the moment, Rupert. He's good going forward, Cancelo. I'm not sure if he's great DM. You keep waiting for the future episodes, because Cancelo is rocketing up in overall. I have converted him to a central midfielder. Elmis running down says, what about Saliba? I don't rate him, to be honest with you. If Arsenal don't rate him, then there's a reason why. Ball in by Leicester from a free kick and cleared away. Sergio Aguero chased it down. It's Castagna. De Bruyne intercepts. Counter for City if Kevin De Bruyne can get in the end of this one. He can't, because Wilfred Ndidi is absolute top class, isn't it? Loasis walking without pace is Premier League quality, but not City quality. Yeah, I agree with that one. He's not so good in the ball, is it? But I think his pace is part of his game, but isn't it for everyone? Here is Ruben Diaz. Here is De Bruyne wide to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez a little couple step overs into Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne into Rodri. Good touch. Wide. Benjamin Mendy. Here's Rodri. Into the box. Cleared away. Fernandinho! Oh, what a goal by Fernandinho. A hit from range. Is it going to be offside? Big hit from Fernandinho there. His first goal in the Premier League this season, I think. I think it's going to be ruled out for VAR. He's offside. No goal. No goal. I think it's going to be ruled out. We'll see it again here. It deflects off Jesus, off someone on the way through. Is Aguero offside here? He's got nothing to do with the strike, has he really? They're going to be ruled out this. I think Aguero's in the line of the goalkeeper, isn't he? It is ruled out. Still 0-0. That would have been an electric start from City, wouldn't it? Here's De Bruyne crossing to the box. Cleared away by Castagna, who's on the left-hand side today, actually. It's Albrighton on the right. Not bad by City then. Not a bad start, was it? I was hoping it was a goal. But ruled out pretty quickly, swiftly by the VAR. Aguero was in the line of Schmeichel, who's a notorious absolute whiner, isn't he? Kasper Schmeichel. He always got something to complain about. Not a big fan of him, to be honest, despite him using to play for City. I think he's just something. There's always something that he's not happy about, Kasper Schmeichel. He's a backstabber as well. Stabbed Ranieri in the back. And then lied and said he didn't. Not a big fan of the Schmeichels. Here's Walker. Diaz. Good start by City, though. It looks like at the moment it's sort of a back three of Laporte, Diaz and Walker. And then we've got Mendy at left wing back and Mahrez at right wing back. Fernandinho holds the midfield with De Bruyne and Rodri in front. And then it's Aguero and Jesus up top. Here's De Bruyne. Fernandinho. Rodri. Wide to Mendy. What did he do, says Elmis. Fernandinho had a volley from the edge of the box that went in the bottom corner, but Sergio Aguero was stood in front of the keeper in an offside position. As he jumped and let the ball go underneath him, he was offside. Sheba says, I don't think Schmeichel was saving it. Yeah, he wasn't, but them's the rules, aren't they? I think he was in the eye line of the Schmeichel, but I don't think Schmeichel would have saved it anyway. Here's Fofana taking the throw-in for Leicester City on their own half. Hopefully, that's a sign of things to come, though. Fernandinho hitting a strike like that from the edge of the box. Good strike from Fernandinho. Schmeichel, good ball out to Castagna. Loasis, I think that's why Pep's playing 2 CDMs to stop the counters from Leicester. Yeah, I think he's worried about the counter, really worried about the counter today, Loasis. You're quite right. Elmis, no, I'm talking about Schmeichel being a backstabber. Yeah, when Leicester had Claudio Ranieri in charge, he won them the league, Schmeichel went to the board and said they should sack him. After they weren't playing so well. When it was the players' fault, it wasn't the manager's fault. And then he went on news and said that, players don't have the power to get a manager sacked. Pretty clear they do. And I just don't like him in general. He's always got something to complain about as Kasper Schmeichel. But Kasper the Ghost there, he was saving that. Went straight through him, wasn't it, in the net. Managed to blame Sergio Aguero for the problem. Laporte should be fresh. Never goes on international duty, does he, with France? He's had a lot of rest over these past 2 weeks. Mendy there. Loses out to Iheanacho. Ayoze Perez. Good tackle by Fernandinho. City back in possession. Laporte ball forward. Great touch by Mahrez. He gets booted in the ankle by Ndidi. Does get the ball. Anthony Taylor gives a free kick against Ndidi here. We'll see it again. He does get the ball, then kicks the studs that go through on Mahrez's knee. Could be a yellow card, that. Probably should be a yellow card for the follow through. Looks like quite a sunny day in Leicester as well. The sun's actually blazing here in Manchester. Very nice weather today as I look out my window. Here's Rodri. Walker. It's not going to last though, the sun, if you're in Manchester. Apparently it's going to snow. Here's Walker. Good ball into Aguero. A little flick round the corner to Kevin De Bruyne. Into Riyad Mahrez on this right hand side. Here's Riyad. Back he goes to Kyle Walker. Elmis says, oh no, it's Anthony Taylor. Quite right. Salford born. All his family have got season tickets of Old Trafford, but he's not a United fan. He's a Salford City fan, is he? Or Altrincham fan, is it? He's Jose Perez for Leicester City. One of those players that sort of never really got any better, isn't he, Jose Perez? I was surprised when Leicester signed him, actually. Elmis says, why does Langley get picked, or Longley, but not Laporte? Because Deschamps has fell out with Laporte over whatever reason. The French manager doesn't like him as a person. I think Umtiti with the one leg will get picked out of Laporte under Deschamps. Indeed, he intercepts that one well. He's a really good player, control of the game, indeed, isn't he? Fernandinho sort of player to me. It's a shame that City couldn't be able to pick him up, but you can't buy anyone from Leicester City, can you really? They cost too much money. City were lucky to get Mahrez from them. Well, wait, is what if Dortmund don't get Champions League football, then you'll see Erling Haaland leave, I think. Especially if they don't get Champions League. I just don't think you'll see him at Manchester City. But I think every City fan's hoping they don't get Champions League football, aren't they? To sort of accelerate that departure of Haaland, force them a bit more for Dortmund to sell. And you could also take Pep's comments in a different way. Maybe Pep's saying that because if he said, oh yeah, we've got a ton of money and we're ready to spend it on a striker, Dortmund can charge what they want, can't they? A bit different. If they say they can't. Oh, poor pass by Sergio Aguero there. And Leicester City on the counter. Perez, who's all up and down the field at the moment. Elmis says, can we have Laporte, Diaz, Stones or Walker, please? You can have Kyle Walker, but I wouldn't let you have the other three. Here's Evans. Back to Schmeichel. Leicester City love to play the ball as well. I think, last season people were saying Rodgers is sort of basing his side on Manchester City. Is he building a mini Manchester City? Here's Schmeichel. Margaret's here. Margaret's gone for a 2-0 to City. Schmeichel and Evans have passed the ball between each other about 4 times now. Schmeichel eventually sends it long. Only as far as Rodri heads into the back of it. Kelechi and Nacho, and that's a throw-in for City. Elmis says if Bayern get another centre-back and right-back, they're going to win the Champions League. I think they're going to win it anyway. And they've already signed up Meccano, haven't they, for next season. Sheba says I wouldn't take Kane, to be fair, 27, and when he does have an injury, he's out for a long time. Yeah, Sheba, he's bottom of my list. He's definitely bottom of my list, but if I said to you, you can have Harry Kane or you can have Danny Ings, which one are you going for? This is the problem, isn't it? Elmis thinks Walker can't be worse than Hector Bellerin. Expel says 3-1 Man City win. Hoping for that Expel. We'll see how it goes. There's Ruben Diaz on the halfway line. Brings it over the halfway line. Wide to Kevin De Bruyne. He's looking for pass into the box. Jesus is drifting at that far post. Little 1-2 with Kyle Walker. He sends De Bruyne a little bit too wide. And he plays a nice ball in behind to Mahrez, who cuts it back across the box on his right foot. And it's cleared away by Johnny Evans. Good position that De Bruyne was picking up there. Leicester City counter. Castagna. Good little spin. Ndidi. Tielemans. Tackled by Rodri. Well played, Rodri. He's really come into his own, Rodri, hasn't he? This system, however they're playing, just protect him a little bit. Lowe says, I really think City can get Haaland. It's a different kind of signing for City, more like a statement signing. I hope so, Lowe. I hope so. I just honestly, I think there's about a 5% chance of City signing Haaland. Elmis says, Prime Boateng is underrated and Laporte reminds me of him. Yeah, I think Laporte's got that similar sort of passing range that Boateng had. I think the problem with Boateng is, I mean, Messi ruined his career, didn't he, after that mistake against Barcelona where Messi sat him down, and then of course that game where for Germany where he was terrible in the World Cup, wasn't he? Was it Korea? Things went downhill from there for him. Surprised he's still at Bayern. They've been trying to get rid of him for years, haven't they? On a long-term contract and a lot of money. Can see why he's not going anywhere. And he's a decent player. Here's Riyad Mahrez for City. Walker. Rodri in a lot of space if you can find him. He can't. Goes back to Mahrez on this right-hand side. Walker again. Goes for that switch of play. So lovely switch of play out wide to Benjamin Mendy. Good touch by Mendy as well. He takes on Albrighton. Good tackle. Oh, it's a good little run there. I'm going to say good tackle by Albrighton, but Mendy put it through his legs. The cross was a bit heavy, though, for Aguero and Jesus. And of course, with Mendy in the team, it seems that Pep likes that 2 forwards up front. You think Mendy started that game against Fulham, didn't he, as well? Where Pep had 2 strikers. I think he understands that Mendy is purely a crossing winger. You know, he's not really a full-back. He's better as that wing-back or a winger. Just staying that left-hand side on the byline and crossing balls in. And if you can get balls into 2 strikers, even better. Because when City play the false 9, if there's no one in to get to his crosses, then we're never going to score. Key facet of Mendy's game is the crossing. Which is, well, it was a key facet, I must say. He's been a bit iffy with his crosses, hasn't he, for a while. Sheba says if we can't get Haaland, then I would only want Martinez from Inter. Well, I agree with there, Sheba. I suppose Martinez is another one, but it looks like he's signed a new contract, doesn't it, Inter? I think City are going to really struggle to get a striker. I think we all just need to just expect Danny Ings, and if anything else happens, then you're happy, aren't you? Even expect, I don't know. Who's worse than that? Walker with a cross in here, cleared away by Evans. Expect Timo Pukki from Norwich. And then at least you'll always be happy, whoever they sign. If they sign no one, you'll be happy as well then, won't you? Because it's Timo Pukki. Here's Evans. Back to Schmeichel. Leicester under a bit of pressure here. De Bruyne with the pressing. Schmeichel sends it long. Lowe says the high press from City is suffocating. Exactly. Leicester are struggling to play out from the back, aren't they? Because like City, they want to play out from the back. But they can't really do it at the moment. Pep giving some instructions here to some of the players. I'm not sure who. Elmer says the City really need a left back. They've got Zinchenko and Laporte who can play there. But that's why, Elmer, is because you've just mentioned 2 players who can play there who are not left backs. Here's Zinchenko. Expel says your life count works. I unsubscribe to check if it works. It does. I'm glad it does work. What about James Justin, says Elmis? Yeah, he's a good player. He's got an ACL, though, so you never know how he's going to come back. Sheba says we need someone young. I don't see the point of signing a 28-year-old striker with a few years left. Agree with there, Sheba. Depends what City want, don't they? I think if City have got the idea that maybe Delap's going to come through, you sign an older player in 2 years' time, Delap replace him from the youth team, or you get someone for the future and worry about that. You know, I think it's easier to worry about not having to replace someone than having to replace someone. If you're worrying about replacing a striker you spent 100 million on in 3 years' time, that's a bit of an issue. If you're not worrying about that and you're worrying about, you know, oh, we've got Delap, we've got Holland, and we've got Jesus, I think that's a bit of a better problem to have, isn't it, really? Everything I hear from around City is they want an out-and-out 9, says Lowe. I agree with you, Lowe. I hope it happens. We'll just have to see, won't we? We're really just going to have to wait and see. We just don't want people to get disappointed. You know, well, chances are you will be disappointed. Oh, Jesus in here. Oh, terrible touch by Jesus. De Bruyne put a good pass into him there. Oh, they made a mistake here. Aguero on the volley. Oh, he sat up for him. Really nice there, Sergio. But it's a poor attempt by him. I should do better there, Sergio Aguero. It was Castagna with a clearance off Mahrez's knee. Aguero saw it all the way that Sergio, didn't he? As it bobbled up in the box to him. But he gets right underneath it. That would have been some goal, wouldn't it? They'd be regretting not giving him a new contract if he scored that one. Here's Ruben Diaz. Laporte. Good ball in behind to De Bruyne. Chased by Amati. Well done, Kevin. Good footwork from De Bruyne there. Good strength as well. Balance. Sheba says if we can develop the lap, I won't mind it. He's been playing good for the EDS. Yeah. I think he's going to be a top player, Liam Delap. I think he's the English Haaland, isn't he? Honestly, he's class. And Elmer says Aguero might come to work with Arteta at Arsenal. I hope not. I don't think he should go anywhere in the Premier League. I think him and Messi at Barcelona is poetic, isn't it, really? Or maybe a Juventus with Ronaldo. I wouldn't mind that. Here's Laporte. Diaz. Got Mendy in space in that left-hand side. Diaz into Rodri, who's dropped deep. Walker holding the width on this right-hand side now. Rodri again. Elmis says Arteta ever managed City? Yeah, he has once. Pep was banned, wasn't he, in the Champions League from a previous season against Liverpool. And in the season later, he was in the stands, Pep Guardiola, and it was Arteta on the touchline, managing City in that game against Lyon, and they lost 3-1. So maybe he's not very good. Here's Fernandinho. Into De Bruyne, great pass. Kevin De Bruyne in space, and he puts it into Rowe's head. Foul on Kevin De Bruyne as he shot. That's good for City, that free kick opportunity here. Sheba says it would be a disgrace if he goes to another Premier League club. Yeah, I'd be disappointed if he does. Great ball by Fernandinho here. And as De Bruyne hits this, indeed, he puts a foul in behind him. We'll see it here. Edge of the box, De Bruyne hits it. I don't know, was there a little push by Didi there? Didn't like there's much in it, to be honest with you. Del says, have you seen Kong vs Godzilla £15 rent? I haven't. Del, not my sort of film, to be honest with you. Well, look, where Elmi says he'll do a Torreira and go to South America, he was always supposed to go to, is it Independiente or whoever in Argentina? That was who he was supposed to join at the end of his City contract. He always said that. Looking like it's different now. Gary says, hi, Margaret. 2-0. What's the other half think? Yeah, Margaret's not told me what the other half thinks in this game. Elmi says, did he win a game? No, yeah, that was the only one he ever did. Free kick for City here. We've got Aguero, De Bruyne, Walker, Mahrez, Fernandinho all over this free kick here. Anthony Taylor makes a line on the floor. It's Mahrez and De Bruyne they've whittled it down to now. Which one of these is going to take this free kick? Amati's got under his kit a t-shirt with a load of names in it. So we'll see whether, if he scores, he's going to reveal that. Rupert says, sorry, I was rescuing a hedgehog. No worries, Rupert. Here comes De Bruyne. Elmis says, was it 2 on a 3-0 Liverpool? It wasn't that game, it's the Lyon game. Pep got banned in that game. Here's De Bruyne. Ooh, off the top of the bar. It's going to come out. Laporte in there with the header. Castagna clears it. Good chance that for City. Jesus, good little flick round. Ndidi. Was it Iheanacho, in fact? Mahrez. Oh, goes all the way back to Ederson. City starts again. Build up from the back. Here's Kevin De Bruyne in the sort of left centre-back position here. De Bruyne. Diaz. Walker. Here's Walker for City on this right-hand side. Back he goes to Diaz. City looking to break down Leicester. They'll make their way. They'll play their way through. And the thing is with Leicester, though, they've got that pace in the counter, haven't they? Like Lowe was saying in the comments about playing Rodri and Fernandinho in the middle to try and sort of cut out that counter-attacking threat that Vardy and Iheanacho and Iosi Perez hold. Del says he's not feeling City today. He doesn't know why. I can understand you there, Del. Walker just crossed one into Jesus, who's put it behind for a goal kick. Good free kick from De Bruyne, that. Just not enough dip on it. Just a bit too much on it by Kevin. Oh. Got it up and down there, Kevin. There's nothing in that foul. City had scored that, Leicester would have been disappointed because no one touched him. Shouldn't have been a free kick to City there. De Bruyne with a bit of a dive. Don't see that often from Kevin. The last 5 minutes of possession have been 100% Manchester City. That is ridiculous. Here's Jesus. Rodri. Mahrez. Margaret says, I'm reluctant to say my other half. He says 2-0 Leicester, traitor. Elmis says Iheanacho's lost more of his pace. Where's it gone? Here's Albrighton. Into Mendy throwing for Leicester City. Pep Guardiola telling his players, pick up the pace a little bit. Get things going. It's too slow at the moment. Surely City can start picking up the pace in this game like Pep's just asked. Leicester have just put it behind for a throw into City. I don't know how. Mendy taking the throw in, moves forward. Everything he does, he's at slow pace, isn't it, Benjamin Mendy? It's hard not to be frustrated with him. We'll see what he does. Mendy throws it into Rodri. Simple one. Rodri with the switch of play out to Kyle Walker. Nice switch. Whoa, 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 Walker's made a mistake here. Fernandinho, though. That's the class of Fernandinho. Good tackle by Fernandinho as well. Absolute class he is. Kyle Walker should be thanking Fernandinho there because Leicester had a great counter-attacking opportunity. Well done, Rodri as well. Playing out of a small space into Kyle Walker. Just knows Joao Cancelo, is he, Kyle Walker? Leicester are working hard, aren't they, to try and get this ball back off City. And they're just going to pounce on that counter-attacking opportunity. Fernandinho gives it away. Only a throw-in for City, though. Oh, he's Mendy, actually. I was surprised, actually, when I said Fernandinho give it away there. I just saw the 2 in the back of his shirt on my screen. It's a 2 and a 2, not a 2 and a 5. It was Benjamin Mendy with a mistake. Diaz, Laporte. Brings the ball forward, does Aymeric Laporte. Wide to Rodri. Rodri's going to go back. Diaz, Walker. Walker wide to Sergio Aguero on this right-hand side now. Diaz brings the ball forward for City. City looking to break down this Leicester City side. Laporte. Nice idea. Marty clears it. Leicester look to immediately counter, but guess who's there to tidy everything up? It's Fernandinho. And a great ball into Aguero. Into Mahrez. Good play. Mahrez. Fantastic ball. Jesus across to Sergio Aguero. And Jesus just can't get enough on it. That is wonderful football. Fernandinho starts it off. Leicester City looking to swiftly counter-attack. Fernandinho tidies up, he usually does, plays a wonderful ball into Sergio. One touch lay off to Mahrez on the spin, in behind a Marty defender. Jesus in behind him then. He puts it to the left-hand side of him, the right-hand side of Marty, sorry. Marty can't do anything about it. He's got to turn to try and deal with it, in which case Jesus is already on the end of it. But Jesus just no power in the cross to Sergio Aguero, who's waiting to tap it in. That's poor by Jesus. Fernandinho, foul by him. He's going to get a yellow card, is he, for that one? Sliding in for a tackle. Could be a yellow card. It should be a yellow card, that. Fernandinho never seems to get booked, does he? One of his many talents. And he's got a boot in the nose here for his troubles. Ooh, kick right in the face there. The Brazilian. As he made the sliding tackle on Jose Perez. I think he's going to be okay. He's a tough man. And there's not been any announcement on the future of Fernandinho yet. But possibly he gets a new contract. I can't see it happening, to be honest. I think, like Sergio, will be on his way out. But he's such a pivotal part of the team, like Sergio. He's a leader in the dressing room, isn't he, Fernandinho? Someone that all the players respect. Free kick opportunity for Leicester City here, though. With Mark Albrighton. And he swings it straight into the hands of Edison. City counter. City counter quickly. It's Riyad Mahrez. Oh, brilliant skill. And then he just dribbles it straight out for a throw-in. Juli's gone for a 2 onto City. The predictions are still coming in. Elmi says, I've just realised where is Eric. Hopefully nowhere near the first team. Just leave him in Spain. He don't want to come back, does he? Elmi says Julie's back. She is. Back and predicting. Rodri, good interception. De Bruyne back to Rodri. Fernandinho. Good ball into Mahrez, onto his left foot. Sits down Castagna. Mahrez with a lovely ball in, but just that little bit too heavy. For the on-running and rushing Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, indeed. He'll have a little drop of the shoulder there around Mahrez. Then into Tielemans. Castagna. Castagna, he's going to have to go backwards here, the Belgian. Fofana. Evans. Leicester have looked poor, haven't they? The problem is, Leicester might look poor, but they'll probably hit City on the counter-attack, which is the worry. Could win by Rodri again. Even Fernandinho really holding midfield well at the moment. Here's Laporte. Walker. Paces past Jose Perez. Diaz brings the ball forward into Walker. Good work. Well played, Diaz and Walker there. Got a bit lucky, but they'll take it. Walker switches the play to Laporte. City still trying to find a way to break down this Leicester City side. 30 minutes played. City have had 2 shots in the Leicester City box. 6 touches in the opposition box. Leicester, no shots, no touches. 70% of the possession for City. Mahrez has lost it here. Trying to do too much. Leicester keep it in with Castagna. Indeed. Sophie's gone with a 2-0 to City. Elmis is who agrees that Chelsea give away chances, but this side never take them. I don't know, they've been very good defensively, haven't they, Chelsea? If you look at the stats, record-wise. Here's Fofana. Castagna, Fofana again. Tielemans. Back to Amati. I think he had an ACL injury, didn't he, Daniel Amati? Well, was out for a very long time. Indeed, he's really impressing me in that midfield. Fernandinho-esque sort of player. Good pass by Tielemans there into Perez, and he switched it out wide to Albright. He's got a chance to take on Mendy. Don't back his chances, goes back to Amati. Tielemans, Leicester City finally playing forward. Great ball by Tielemans. Perez. Yeah, Nacho made a great run, but the execution of pass by Perez was poor. Here's De Bruyne. Foul by Ndidi, and that'll be a yellow card for the Nigerian. Clear foul there by Wilfred Ndidi. De Bruyne spins him, and Ndidi just kicks his legs from underneath him. De Bruyne knew he could get Ndidi booked there easy. He had the pace to get away from Ndidi, burst away from him. Here's Ruben Diaz. Into Kyle Walker. Walker brings the ball forward. Diaz. Walker. Rodri. Rodri's, if you see Rodri's position, he's quite wide left at times, isn't he? Which is surprising. You know, usually you associate him with dropping in with the centre-backs, holding the midfield. He's playing quite wide left. Elmis says, why didn't Cancelo play last season? It tends to take players about a year to sort of get used to the Pep way, don't they? And it's not easy, I don't think, to get used to that Pep way. And a lot of players don't play a lot in the first season. I think Mahrez didn't play a lot, didn't he, his first season at City? Sane didn't. Most Pep signs, Bernardo Silva didn't. Here's Jesus, tries to turn Amati, wins the throw-in. 32 minutes played. Well, everyone's sort of just come to this idea that City have won the Premier League title, haven't they? But there's still quite a bit of a way to go. Is the 8 games or so? A lot can change in those 8 games. City need to be picking up 3 points today. Keep that gap between them and the sides around them, especially Manchester United, who did narrow that gap with a 2-0 win over City at the Etihad. Here's Diaz. Mahrez. Elmis says the season's been really quick. Yeah, I feel that as well, Elmis. I think it has been a very quick season. I'm used to going to the games, and that maybe makes the season feel a bit longer. Martin's made a mess of this clearance here. Jesus in there. Great strength from Gabriel Jesus. Out to Rodri. Blocked away by Wesley Fofana. Indeed, he takes it down. And Albrighton's going to hoof this one away. Leicester living dangerously. Jesus did a really good first touch as well there. Walker. Back he goes to Ruben Diaz. It's all City in this game. I think that's a worrying thing as well. That Leicester City could have that one chance and score it with that pace they've got in Vardy. Here's Leicester. Putting the press on once again. They're waiting for City to get over the halfway line before they put the press on. Here's Walker. Laporte. Leicester are tiring, you can feel it. Lois is a midfielder playing left back. Yeah, he is. Zinchenko, more of an attacking midfielder. Plays central midfield, doesn't he, for his national side, the Ukraine. Evans under pressure here from Aguero. Mahrez. Goes short to Castagna. Castagna clears. Fernandinho in there against Vardy it was. And City back in possession. Helmy says Liverpool have Villa next week, 7-2 again. Here's Diaz. Lofted ball over the top to Rodri, who's at left wing again. Goes behind for a throw-in. Leway says Leicester have been no threat at all, just like Everton. Yeah, exactly the way. And that worries me a bit. It does worry me because I feel like they only need one chance. They'll hit you on the counter and score. Helmy says, do you rate Deschamps? Not really. He's obviously a decent manager. He won the World Cup with France, didn't he? But I wouldn't say he's the greatest of managers. Fofana. Well played. Castagna. Back he goes. Schmeichel. Game with Kians here. Good to have you. How's your... I assume you do gaming. Thoughts on Southampton's cup run? Well, they're doing really well, aren't they, Southampton? I think they might get knocked out in the semi-finals. Is it Manchester United they're playing? I'm hoping not, though. I'd love to see Southampton in the final. And if City can get there a game against Southampton, I'd like that. You know, it won't just be an easy game. People think sometimes when the big teams play the small teams, you think it will be easy. Leicester City have got a great counter here. It's Kelechi Iheanacho. It's Laporte. Great defending from Laporte. He got pulled down by Iheanacho, but kept being strong. Slid in for the tackle and won the ball. Bit worrying there. It shows, though, Leicester is still dangerous. Helmy says, do you think it's more of a 4-4-2? Suppose. It changes so many times in a game, Helmy. Sometimes with Pep Guardiola, you're just wasting your time thinking that, you know, what formation City are playing, trying to work it out, because it changes depending on different phases of the game. Jamie Vardy and Sergio Aguero both only had 4 touches in the game so far, the fewest of any player. Oh, terrible pass from Mendy. Who'd have thought? Leicester City counter it. Leicester City are getting into this game because City are making mistakes. They're becoming complacent. Is Iosi Perez cuts inside Kyle Walker. Indeed, great touch. Into Castagna. Looking for a pass. Indeed again. Tielemans gives it away. Fernandinho there to intercept. Takes it round him. City on the counter now. City can't counter, can they? We've got a big problem with countering, and De Bruyne plays a poor pass behind to Jesus, who gives it into Schmeichel, who clears it away as far as Kevin De Bruyne. Great touch away from Albrighton as well. Helmy says France's under-21s could win the World Cup. Yeah, got a great team, haven't they? The French. I think their third choice team will have a good chance in the World Cup. Here's Laporte. De Bruyne. Wide to Mendy. Can he get a cross in, Mendy? He can. Straight to the other side of the box to Mahrez. And it went out of play. Get him off. All smiles from Benjamin Mendy. Surely, he's just the exterior and the inside. He thinks, I am absolutely useless as a footballer. City have got to sign a left back, haven't they? They can't keep playing this man. Get Zinchenko in the team. I've not been the biggest fan of Zinchenko, I suppose, but I think he's better than Benjamin Mendy. I think there's no doubt about that. Goal kick for Leicester here with Schmeichel. I think it's going to go in at 0-0 at half-time. Not the most exciting of games, is it? De Bruyne over the top. Fofana. Cleared away. De Bruyne. Cleared away again. De Bruyne over the top to Aguero. Can't keep the ball on the floor. De Bruyne's won it back once again. Here's Sergio Aguero. Should go wide to De Bruyne. He doesn't. Goes inside to Mahrez. Good touch down in the box. Got the ball though. To the defender. Fofana. Castagna. Cleared away. Only as far as Kyle Walker. Good touch by him. City are penning them in. They really are. Here's Laporte. Surely City. The thing is, all this hard work from City, they're not getting anything from it, are they? There's no reward, no goal. Walker with a switch out to Mendy. What can he do with it? He lays it back off to Rodri. Feel like Rodri's being told to stay far left to try and protect Benjamin Mendy. And usually we think of Rodri being the one that needs to be protected. He's the one doing the protecting here for Mendy. Holding his hand. Rodri kicked back of his heel. Leicester, obviously, I mean, Maddison's there on the bench. We could see Maddison come on. He's missed 6 games he has with a hip injury, but could see him come on. And Maddison, of course, I think he's a really good player, James Maddison. He's been very good for Leicester, hasn't he? I think it's a big shame for him, really. You know, England have got so many good players in that position because he'd get in the team. Great touch by Iheanacho there. Here's Tielemans. Tackled by De Bruyne. Walker. Bringing the ball forward is Kyle. Behind for a throw-in. Lowe says Tierney's injury prone, but it's a fantastic left back. I just don't like injury prone defenders. I don't like injury prone anything. With Lowe, I don't want any player that's injury prone. City have got too many of them, haven't they? And if City were to sign Tierney, you get another crock at left back, aren't you? That's the only problem. Oh, good flick by Jesus into Mahrez. Mahrez! Oh, straight at Schmeichel. Anywhere but there it was going in. Rodri. Wants a shot, does he, Rodri? De Bruyne. Shot by De Bruyne, and it's far wide of the post by KDB. Not been a good enough first half from City, has it, really? In front of goal. Good chance by De Bruyne. Tried to curl that one in. Should have scored, I think, Mahrez before that. I think Mahrez really should have scored. He had the full net to aim for. He's put it right down the middle at Schmeichel. Parried away with his right foot, Schmeichel. Leicester on the attack. Diaz is trying to deal with it. In danger, has to clear it behind for a throw into Leicester. Deep in the City half. Mrs. Aguero was right next to him as well. Yeah. Mahrez is not the one to pass though, is he? Here's Iheanacho. No attempts from Leicester City yet. City have had 5 attempts. Jesus back defending. City only 1 attempt on target though. That was probably that Riyad Mahrez one. The Fernandinho one won't count because it was an offside. Indeedy, brilliant footwork. Brilliant footwork. Rodri and Fernandinho in there. He still keeps it. Castagna looks to swing one in. Kyle Walker back there to defend it. Leicester City, I don't think they'll be too disheartened at the moment. I know they've done a lot of running. They've worked hard. City have had a lot of the ball. I think they feel that they can catch City here on the counter. Nick a goal. Despite being dominated for most of the game. Here's Fofana. Evans back to Schmeichel. Lofts one up Schmeichel. Rodri in there with Ndidi, or is it Iheanacho? Is Iheanacho? Aguero. It's not looked good today, Sergio, either. Fernandinho in there brilliantly. De Bruyne, great ball. Jesus. Got to pass it or shoot. Picks the wrong. Oh. Picks the wrong option. I don't think so. He did shoot. And it's just over the bar by Gabriel Jesus. Sheba says Fernandinho playing amazing today. Man of the match so far. Agreed. By far the best player in the field. Jesus, you think he's going to pass it? Opens up his body. It's a real powerful shot, doesn't he? But it's always going over. Pep himself, head in hands there. Feels maybe Jesus should have scored that one. That little moment of magic as well from someone does you a big favour in a game where you feel like you can't really create that one chance, that clear chance to score. Although I feel like we have created that clear chance for Riyad Mahrez. Here's Diaz. Mendy. Laporte. Diaz. Walker. Looking for a pass. Sergio made a running behind there, but Walker didn't look for him, didn't find him. Elmis says, why does Walker think he's Cancelo? He thinks he's a lot better than he is, I think, in the final third. There's a reason why he's always in space. And teams leave him in space. Walker. Good turn by Kyle. Good physicality against Castagna. Turns again. Ends up going backwards anyway. What a waste of time. Diaz. Wide too high, Merritt Laporte. Just coming up to the 45-minute mark now. 5 seconds away. I think there'll be only 1 minute or so of added time, won't they? Good work from De Bruyne. Aguero. Poor pass to Jesus by Sergio. Done nothing but give the ball away, I feel like Aguero. Castagna. Perez. Holds off Kyle Walker. 1 minute of added time. And here's Evans. Here's Vardy. Laporte away. Indeed, De Bruyne in there. Indeed, he gets it back. Here's Perez. Through to Vardy. Vardy round Edison and he scores. He's offside. I think he's miles off, but we'll see here. Vardy's put it in the net for Leicester. Oh, Mendy's nearly keeping him on. Good defensive line, though, by the team held there. Brendan Rodgers celebrating that. His team had nicked a goal, and that is half-time. Manchester City 0, Leicester 0. Not many talking points at half-time, really. City have had all the ball. Created all the chances. And Leicester City there at the end showed how dangerous they can be on the counter. One bit of attacking play. A bit of explosiveness from Jamie Vardy. And they did score, but he was offside. City have had the ball in the net as well, but Fernandinho was offside. It's been an uneventful first half. Sergio's not had a good game up top either. Maybe proving why they didn't renew his contract. We will be back for the second half after this short break. So talk amongst yourself. We'll be back very shortly.
protect your soul. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the second half. Manchester City versus Leicester. The first half has been a bit hit and miss, hasn't it really? City have dominated the game, but haven't managed to get a goal, and that's been the big difference. Leicester still look dangerous on the attack, don't they? They look really dangerous. Vardy scored at the end of that first half, so that's something we need to be worried about, something to be pretty wary of in the second half. Elmis has said Bayern winning 1-0. Goretzka is so underrated in my opinion. Yep, Bayern have beaten Leipzig 1-0, and Borussia Dortmund, speaking of Erling Haaland, which has been a big topic on this live today, Dortmund lost 2-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt today. So I think they're 8 points off Champions League football now, or 8 points off 5th, actually. So not even 4th place for Borussia Dortmund, which is bad for them and bad for their plans of keeping Erling Haaland for next season. The players back on the pitch. We are minutes away from kickoff now of the second half. City have got to put the ball in the back of the net, haven't they? That's their biggest problem. We've got Sergio Aguero. Surely Sergio can do it. I tell you what, if City do, come out of this game at a 0-0, we might see the club deciding, you know what, maybe it's worth spending over 70 million on a striker. But we'll see how it goes. So Manchester City versus Leicester, second half underway. No substitutions at half time. Two sides come out in the same. Edison there. Whew, a little bit of a short back pass, wasn't it, to Edison? He dealt with it though, as Iheanacho put him under pressure. Here is Aymeric Laporte. Brings the ball forward for City. Still going. Under pressure from Iheanacho. They wait until City get over the halfway line, Leicester, before they press. And then they're really on them. Here's Fofana. Deals this one well. Perez. Castagne. Going to go back to Schmeichel. Mahrez with a bit of a press on him. Ooh, he's under pressure here, Schmeichel. Mahrez. Close to nicking that off him. Here's Albrighton. Little nutmeg on Mendy and Fernandinho in there for the tackle. A bit too heavy with the tackle. Commits a foul on Kelechi Iheanacho. And it's a free kick to Leicester City. James Maddison warming up, having a bit of a talk with manager Brendan Rodgers. I think we will see Maddison come on at some point, surely. Here is Evans. Been very involved in the game, Evans at the back. He's given the ball straight away to Rodri here. Here's Rodri. Driving the ball forward. It's De Bruyne. Good touch and turn. Holds off Albrighton. Wide to Jesus on this left-hand side. Jesus with a loft into the box. Mahrez at the back post. Can't do anything with it. Perez picks it up. Walker, great pressing. And Leicester City just haven't got the quality at the moment, have they, Leicester, to break down that press, which is good from a City point of view. From a Leicester, that'll be what they disappoint with, because if they do get in behind this City press, it's when the problems will start to come. Here's Mahrez. Turns away from Fofana it was. Great recovery from Fofana. He's a top player, this young man. Perez, Vardy with a little give and go. Had a bit of a fight with Diaz on the sidelines. Aguero, De Bruyne, Jesus, Aguero. Bit of push on him. Not much of a push on him though. He went down in the box there, Sergio. Not enough for a penalty. It's Leicester. They're really lacking that out ball, aren't they? And you think they'd have it with Vardy and Iheanacho, but they haven't. Here's Iheanacho. Albrighton. Tielemans, great touch. Yuri Tielemans on his left foot. Test Edison. First shot of the game for Leicester. If he caught that more sweetly, Tielemans. Could have seen Edison scrambling for that one. In the end, it was just sort of passed to Edison. Nothing that should be beating him. Melvin Tielemans. Long ball by Diaz over the top to Jesus. Brilliant ball. Jesus on his chest. Round the corner to De Bruyne. He's having a good game, Jesus. The problem is he always has a good game. It's the fact that he's not there scoring the goals, and that's what he's there for. Diaz. Walker. Got Rodri and Fernandinho holding that midfield. Diaz. De Bruyne. City looking to break down Leicester City. Here's Mendy in a wide position. One thing he can do is cross. He's cut inside Albrighton well there, Mendy. Mendy across the box, and in the end the cross isn't good enough. But given straight away by Leicester, straight back to De Bruyne. Here's Laporte. I just have a feeling City have been so dominant in this game that Leicester are going to nick a goal. It screams that, doesn't it? It really does scream that. Mahrez. Under pressure from Castagne. Bundled into. It's going to be a free kick for City. Mahrez fouled twice there. Free kick for City. Vardy wants it a yard further back. Referee Anthony Taylor's not going to enforce that. Here is Riyad Mahrez. He stands over the free kick. He's still nudging the ball forward a little bit more each time. Now he picks it up and moves it forward. Who's going to swing this one in? Mahrez or De Bruyne? Feeling De Bruyne is a better option, but yeah, Mahrez leaves it. De Bruyne takes it. Great swing into Diaz. Rodri at the far post. Couldn't get anything on it. It hits Rodri and goes out for a goal kick. If he could have just got a leg at that. Just some sort of touch. Diaz threw his leg at it. Fernandinho just missed the header. Diaz, it just whizzed past his foot. Everyone just millimetres behind that cross. City back in possession anyway on the attack. After that replay, Leicester obviously had the ball but give it straight back to City as that's how the game's gone. Walker. Diaz. Fernandinho, great turn. Great awareness by Fernandinho. He's been robbed here by Vardy. Is Iheanacho 1-on-2 here? Iheanacho, great cut inside. Tielemans, what a block by Ruben Diaz. What a block. Sheba says, what a block by Diaz. That is a match-winning block, isn't it, by Diaz there? Diaz caught, it was Fernandinho caught in possession. I thought Leicester was a definite goal here. Iheanacho, great skill. Wide to Tielemans, and Ruben Diaz throws his body at that. Wonderful block by Diaz. Iheanacho passed it into Tielemans on the edge of the box. Tielemans putting this in as he gets into the box. I mean, that's going in from Tielemans. I feel like that's going in the bottom corner, that. Great play from Diaz. The leader at the back that he is. Rodri away from the corner. Mahrez. Can City counter here? City needs to be better at countering. De Bruyne cuts inside. Oh, he's too slow. This team cannot counter-attack, can we? We cannot counter-attack at all. It's Vardy. Oh, poor touch by Vardy. So lucky there. Leicester City are growing into this game and we're allowing them to do it. We're really allowing them to do it. Mendy. Laporte. Needs to be better from City, this. The problem is, you know, Leicester always look like they've got a goal in them, but if they're 2-0 down, it's a bit different. But City have got to get a goal, and at the moment they're really struggling to get in the box and finish a chance. Diaz. Fernandinho. He will be a bit shaky. I mean, he won't be shook by that, Fernandinho. He's not one of them that players that reacts to his mistakes, but it was a shaky moment for him, getting, you know, his pocket picked in front of the defence like that. Here's Kyle Walker. Decent cross, headed away by Evans. Diaz in there, knocks it out to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne goes all the way back to Ederson. Rupert Lawler says, this is entertaining. It definitely is, Rupert. Definitely a bit of a contest breaking out, isn't there, between the two sides that we haven't seen in the first half. One-way traffic in the first half. Here's Diaz. They're marking Fernandinho, not allowing him to be the outpass for Diaz. Goes to Rodri. I think City do like a player that can sort of play from deep through, you know, pressing situations. You know, like a Frenkie de Jong, that sort of player. Because I don't think De Bruyne is that sort of player. I definitely don't think that Fernandinho is that sort of player all the time. You know, not to the extent you'd say Frenkie de Jong. No, Frenkie de Jong is one of those you don't see many of. Diaz. Really nice ball. Really nice ball through to Walker over the top. Can he cross it though, Kyle? He can, but it bounces into the hands. Deflected. Into Schmeichel's hands. Rupert says, well, if we score, we'll probably win like the Cheltenham game. That's true, Rupert. You know, it's similar to maybe the Everton game as well. City just, you know, always attacking. They just need that bit of magic from someone to create a goal since they haven't got that finisher. You know, how crazy is it we're saying that with the likes of Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus in there? Need to score our chances. Here's Amati. The thing is with City as well, you know, you can miss your chances in league competitions because you've always got other games to make up for those mistakes, but you can't in the knockout competitions, you can't in the Champions League. Here's Jesus. Good tackle by Ndidi in the box. Scrambling. Cleared away, Laporte kicks it, and Rodri makes a stupid foul. Rupert says we need Lukaku. Well, Rupert, I know you've been watching the FIFA 21 career mode. Lukaku's class, isn't he, for City? And in that, of course, it's not real life, and it's a different sort of situation. But I think Lukaku, what he brings is a bit of power in that forward line. He's good aerial. He's good. You know, he can beat a man for pace and strength, can't he? He's a good finisher, good header of the ball. Definitely something City lack. Leicester City on the counter, and Vardy's offside here. Good line held again there. Good work by City. Disciplined the defence to hold that line. Laporte. Mendy. Offering absolutely nothing, Mendy, at the moment. Defensively or offensively, which is a worry. But the thing is, Kyle Walker's the same on the other side, so City is struggling. At least Walker offers something defensively. City are lacking an attacking creator. I think Joao Cancelo could be a really good option off the bench. Bernardo Silva also. Here's De Bruyne. Good ball over the top to Jesus. Gets there ahead of Evans, Gabriel Jesus. Good play. Crosses it in. Aguero at the back post. You'd expect him to do any better than that, Sergio. Should have scored there, Sergio, I feel. Elmes is back. He should score, so I feel like a player of his quality catches it wrong. Rupert says we should sell Mendy and buy Grimaldo. I think it was blocked, that Sergio shot. And yeah, any left back will do me, Rupert. One that can actually move. Here's Mahrez cross in. Diaz in there, cleared away. De Bruyne lifts it back in. Poor by Kevin De Bruyne. Just straight out for a goal kick. Really poor from Kevin De Bruyne. I think as the game goes on, the more and more we're going to get worried. Because the more the game goes on, the more the City fans are going to feel, you know what, Leicester City are going to nick this. But we'll see. Throw into City. Jose Perez thinks it's a Leicester City ball. Elmis says, James been your best attacker. He probably has, Elmis. Probably has. Which is worrying, isn't it? Because he can't finish anything. Here's Diaz. Edison. Into Mendy. Mendy brings the ball forward. Laporte. Would an injured Mendy be better than a normal Mendy, says Elmis? I'm not sure. Here's Aguero. Cleared away. I think a normal Mendy, you know, the Mendy of AS Monaco days, he was class, wasn't it? Here's Walker. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Shot blocked away. Rodri. Crosses it in. Jesus with a chance. Mendy onto his right foot. Oh! Benjamin Mendy with a goal. Well, Mendy, what a goal that was. Cuts it back onto his right foot. Puts it in the bottom corner. Great goal from Benjamin Mendy. Pep can't believe it. Look at the smile on Pep's face. Great goal from Mendy. Apparently Mendy was about to come off. Mahrez here. Shot into Schmeichel's hands. Rodri puts it into the box. Jesus is in there for a volley. Great cut onto his right foot by Mendy and puts it into the bottom corner. Rupert says he proved us wrong. You're right, Rupert. You were just talking about selling Mendy, weren't you? And there he goes and finishes a chance. Don't let that one goal pretend, you know, and let you forget about absolute months of being useless. And he's been rubbish for most of this game, despite scoring. So You can't be too sentimental with things, you know. And Mendy scored 1 goal, so he's back. He's not. He scored 1 goal. Mendy of all the players, says Andrew. Don't get ahead of yourself, guys. He'll be... That's it now. He scored that goal. City will be saying, maybe we don't need another left-back. And he'll continue to be the old Mendy. So don't get ahead of yourselves. Good moment for Mendy. I'm grateful for him for scoring that goal for City. Much needed goal. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Good tackle by Walker. Mahrez, Fernandinho. Let's see City really see this game out now. Fofana, brilliant again. Reads the game well for a young man, doesn't he, Wesley Fofana? Here's Diaz. City so in control of this game. Rupert says Zinchenko's a promising left back. Yeah, he's not that old, is he, Zinchenko? What, about 23, 24 years of age, the Ukrainian? I feel like his future is in midfield, though, because there's not many teams that play a left back like City play that sort of left back, that inverted left back, where he'd fit. Aguero. Jesus. Mendy. If you look at Kimmich, he tends to play midfield for Bayern Munich now, doesn't he? He doesn't really play at right back because they don't play that inverted right back. Even David Alaba plays a centre back, doesn't he? He doesn't play at left back, an inverted left back, because they want wing backs. Or attacking full backs anyway. Oh, terrible pass by Mendy. Cleared away. The problem with Mendy, he might have scored, but he's still useless. Perez. But you've got to praise players. I always say this on this channel. You've got to praise players when they do good. Criticise them when they do bad. And credit to Benjamin Mendy. He's been fantastic on that moment in this game where he scored the goal. The rest of it, not too impressive. But that goal, big difference. And if he was a striker, you know, if that was Aguero who had a terrible game like he has and scored that goal, people would be raving about him, wouldn't they? So, but he is a defender. You've got to judge him on his defensive performance. But City haven't conceded, so I'm not sure how to take it, really. Here's Tielemans. Wide to Amati. Albright, and I think Maddison's got to come on, hasn't he, for Leicester now. Bit more of a progressive passer in that midfield. I'd take Perez off. They've got plenty of runners in behind. Iheanacho and Vardy is Castagna. Good cross into Vardy, gets his head in it. Just skims off his head to Fernandinho and knocks it away. Substitution time. It's Raheem Sterling who's coming on. And it's Sergio Aguero that's coming off, so no goal for Sergio. Off comes the Argentine. Shame he didn't get a goal, but he's not been that great, has he, since he's come back? Sergio off. Raheem Sterling on. Bit more running in behind for City. With Raheem. And hopefully he can get back to his best form. He actually looked not too bad for England, didn't he? In the 2 games they played against San Marino and Poland. Here's Kasper Schmeichel. Not a bad idea from Schmeichel. Fofana takes it on his chest. Well played. There's a couple of promising players in the Premier League, isn't there? You know, at these teams where you think, you know, a big team surely is going to come in and take them. Fofana's one. A player that isn't obviously young and promising, but one that I really like is Yannick Vestergaard. I think he's a top player. Rupert wants Nuno Tavares as well. Well, I think you're getting closer to the one it will be, Rupert. It's looking like it's going to be Nuno Mendes. Another Portuguese player, but Sporting Lisbon. Oh, great ball by Perez. Laporte reads it. Outside of the boot pass, that was from Iosi Perez. Evans and Fofana go for the same ball. Rodri with a bit of a battle with Perez. Well played, Rodri. Walker, quick. Castagna. Oh, Kyle. Gets lucky there. Ball over the top here to Jesus, who chase it. Fofana back to the goalkeeper. Good performance from him, Fofana. Schmeichel. Amati. Indeed, I think he's been good as well for Leicester in midfield. They're lacking the creative player, aren't they, in Maddison, really, in midfield, to create the chances for Vardy and Iheanacho. I don't think Perez is that sort of player. Although he's just turned Fernandinho and he's played in Kelechi Iheanacho here. Goes for a cross and he puts it into Rowe's head. That's a poor Cross by Kelechi. I hope he keeps up the poor performances against City. Rupert says, who's better, Mahrez or Torres? Ooh. Obviously, on current form, I'd say Riyad Mahrez, but Ferran Torres is a very, very good player. If you're watching for Spain, every time he gets in front of goal, he finishes his chance, doesn't he? I think he's a player that, like we said before about that first season syndrome under Guardiola. City's players are never good in the first season. You know, they take a year to adapt. There's some exceptions. I mean, Laporte didn't have to adapt. Diaz didn't have to adapt. But once they have adapted, we see the best of them. And I think Ferran's going through that stage this season where he's adapting. He was playing really well, wasn't he? He was at striker. And then, well, he got COVID, didn't he, twice or something like that. And that's that sort of ruined him a bit. But I tell you what, once Ferran Torres is, getting a lot of games next season, I think we see the best of him. I think he's a really good player. Oh, a little nutmeg on Rodri by Perez. Rodri didn't really go out to foul him. He just sort of ran into Rodri there, the big man. Free kick for Leicester. He's indeed it. Amati. Tielemans under pressure from Fernandinho. He does foul him but doesn't mean to. Just with a bit of energy. Fernandinho grabs Tielemans as he goes to take the free kick. That should be a yellow card, but he still gets away with it, Fernandinho. Still no booking for him. Been getting away with it for a while, hasn't he, Fernandinho? Well done, Kyle. Jesus. Oh, Perez in there. Jesus got to be a bit quicker there. Here's Amati. Rupert's calling Bruno Fernandes. Schmeichel. 66 minutes played. Here comes Fofana. Good ball into Iheanacho. Just can't turn. Under pressure from Rodri and Fernandinho. Closing out those spaces for Leicester City. Here's Raheem Sterling. Wide to Kevin De Bruyne. Get in the box, Raheem. De Bruyne. Oh, Sterling. Stopped his run. Wasn't the best of passes from De Bruyne, but Sterling. It's a bit lazy there from Sterling in my eyes. Diaz out to Iheanacho. Big long ball to clear it. Sterling keeps it in. Great touch. Puts it behind for a throw into Leicester. Because he's a bit of pushing his back there from Amati. He's looked alright for Leicester today, hasn't he? Here's Amati. On the throw-in for Leicester. So to continue this high press, every player in the Leicester City half, it's looking like Ricardo Pereira and James Maddison are coming on, which is a big, big change for Leicester. One that will change the game completely. Well done. Fernandinho into the Iheanacho. Here's De Bruyne. Iheanacho chasing him. Oh, and he's won it back. Kelechi. Good work. Really good work. Gustania. Fofana. Evans. Brings the ball forward. Into Kelechi's path. Good pass into Tielemans. Back into Kelechi Iheanacho. Good touch by him. Holds off Fernandinho, and the pass just deflects away from Rodri. Leicester are looking more and more dangerous. I feel like City definitely need a second goal. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri, look at the space for Mahrez. Go back to Kevin, quickly. Good pass. De Bruyne, oh, that pass was Sterling was on, but De Bruyne couldn't find him. He's passing his final ball from De Bruyne. He's been lacking last 2 or 3 chances he could have created. Mrs. Walker and Edison adapted in the first season. Yeah, they did. Some players do, but most of the time, they do take a while to settle in. There's only a few that didn't. Do you think Foden will shine at Arsenal? Yeah, definitely. I think obviously Foden's got the quality, hasn't it? Top quality. Definitely England's best prospect. I hope Spurs don't win, and it'll be a perfect week apart from getting injured. Who was Spurs playing? I'm not sure. I don't think Spurs will win. Depends who they're playing, though. They're not a very good side, are they, really, Spurs? Losing to Dynamo Zagreb as well. Long ball by Evans. Vardy gets his head on it. Perez. Decent touch. Rodri, good tackle. Diaz kicks into Perez and it falls through to Edison. Just under 70 minutes played. City need a second goal, in my opinion. Here's Diaz. Not sure where to go. Goes backwards to Edison. I mean, Edison could just sit on the ball here because they're not getting anywhere near him. Good pass by Walker down the line to Jesus. Good touch by Gabriel. Using his strength and turns. Castagna's pulled down by Castagna. Free kick to City. Clear free kick. Cynical from Castagna. Jesus asks, how is that not a yellow card? Jesus walks away. City with a free kick. Take it quickly. Shot to Walker by Mahrez, and City continue to build up from the back with Ruben Diaz. Into Laporte. Diaz again. Thoughts of Miguel Aziz, says Elmis. I've only seen him play once in that game he played for Arsenal, so he looked alright. Got a good turn on him, hasn't he? Sort of his body, the way he drops his shoulder and can turn players, play out of, pressing positions, pretty press resistant they could call it, wouldn't they? That impressed me by him, but that's all I've seen of him, so I can't really comment on him. De Bruyne. Poor pass by Kevin again. Given away. Marty, good play. Mendy wins it back. Fernandinho fouled by Tielemans. Free kick Manchester City. Fernandinho bought that free kick there. Tielemans didn't know much about it. He just went over the leg of Tielemans. Oh. Anthony Taylor pulls it back because it's substitution time for Leicester. So all Brighton's coming off. And on comes Ricardo Pereira filling in that right wing back position. As expected. He's dangerous, Pereira, if anyone remembers that screamer he scored against City last time. And the other substitution will be James Maddison, who's coming on. But who is coming off for James Maddison? It's Kelechi Iheanacho. So back to that one up top in Vardy. A player who's having he's not playing as well as Iheanacho at the moment, probably Vardy, goal scoring wise. But the thing is, he's always got a goal in him. And that's why they've risked him. So Maddison's on. I've just noticed James Maddison's got a shoelace in his hair. As a headband. No real headband for James Maddison. Just a shoelace. Rupert says, do you hear that Salah might be sold? Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I don't think they will sell him. I don't think Liverpool will sell him. They don't want to let him go. Unless he wants to leave, of course. And Elmi says, I remember that when Delph got the red card, Delph got sent off and that pretty much finished his career, Fabian Delph, at Manchester City. I don't think he played from that moment, did he? Well, Leicester City have had 59% possession to City's 41% in the last 10 minutes. You can see how Leicester are growing into the game. Castagna takes on Walker. Pass Walker. Pass Walker way too easy. Kyle Walker just uses his strength and pushes him out of play. Walker uses his physicality there. Against Castagna. Just shrugs him off. Just shrugged Castagna off there. The pace, he was never getting past Walker anyway. He caught up to him pretty quickly. City with the goal kick here. 72 minutes played. You're counting the minutes now, aren't we? Counting the minutes. I've just noticed the clock has gone off. Whatever reason. Let's sort that out. Edison's got booked here for time wasting. Here's Walker. Jesus. Behind for a throw-in. Good work by Gabriel Jesus there. Kyle Walker on the throw-in. De Bruyne. Oh, great ball by De Bruyne into Sterling. To Jesus, who makes it 2-0. That's game over, surely. 2-0. Gabriel Jesus. Good work by Sterling and De Bruyne. Great ball by De Bruyne. Great ball through to Jesus. He lays it across to Sterling. You're thinking, shoot, Raheem, shoot. He doesn't. He takes his time. You think, oh, Sterling's missed up this move again. But he hasn't messed it up. He lays it off to Jesus, who puts it in the back of the net. Great ball by De Bruyne. This is, by the way, lovely run from Jesus from as well. From the wing into the inside. Lays it off to Sterling. Pereira and Marty all diving in. And Sterling finishes the... Sterling creates the chance for Jesus, who finishes it off. Really good football. Good, but that ball from De Bruyne takes out 4 Leicester City players. It's wonderful stuff. Good work from Jesus as well. What a team goal, says Sheba. Sterling, though, I thought I was going to mess it up. Exactly. Sheba, me too. I panicked when I saw Sterling cut that back. I thought, what are you doing? Luckily, it all works out, didn't it, for the better. Number 66 of the season for City. Jesus wants a free kick here. He might get a free kick, the Brazilian. He has done. Sheba says Ferran Torres coming on. So does Elmis. That's good to see. Good to see Ferran get a bit of a run out. The Spaniard. I'm sure Pep's going to absolutely love Ferran once he starts getting a bit more game time. Good goal. Was a really good team goal, wasn't it, like you guys said. Good work from City there. Could make it 3-0 maybe from this free kick. Another 3 points as well. This the league, like I think Elmis said, has gone really quickly, but it's gone so comfortably these latter stages, hasn't it? City are just playing at a really high level. I'm hoping they do it in the Champions League. I'm thinking they won't. It'd be nice to see it in the Champions League. De Bruyne over this free kick. Leaves it. Mahrez swings it in. Cleared away. Rodri. Ooh, Diaz for the volley there. Good defending by Wesley Fofana. Leicester City. They've not got long now, have they, really? So get back in this game. Here's Amati. Ndidi. Evans. Wide to Castagna. I love a little flick back there by Castagna. Leicester might feel like this is game over pretty much after that second goal. It's a tough place to go, Leicester, as well. Goals scored in the final 15th minute. Most of the season, United have got 13, but Leicester top with 18. So, City will think the game isn't over yet. It should be. But Leicester City love a late goal. Here's Vardy pressing Ederson. And he just goes long. No messing about. Edison Amati knocks it down and back to the goalkeeper. Another goal in as yet, says Margaret. To make my prediction correct. Yeah, a few people have said 2-0, didn't they? You could be on for it here. I think Gary said 2-0 as well. Here's Pereira. Amati. Oh, trouble here for Evans, who's been robbed by Jesus. Got his foot in there. Well played, Jesus. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Oh, he's put one wide from 2 yards. Shocking from Mahrez. Shocking from Mahrez. He should have scored that. Gabriel Jesus, all the hard work. Nicks it off Evans, then nicks it off Ndidi. Into De Bruyne, into Mahrez. Perfect chance. Puts it wide of the post. Really poor from Mahrez not to score. That's the second sitter he's missed today. That is game over if Mahrez scores that one. Get Ferran on for Riyad Mahrez now. I tell you what, Ferran Torres would have finished that chance. He's a finisher, that young man. And on he comes now, Ferran. Spanish international. Not been playing really regularly for City, but still gets in the Spain squad. And it shows how highly rated he is by Luis Enrique. And, you know, he's in there ahead of likes of, you'd say, Oyarzabal and Ansu Fati, who's currently injured. He's a top player, is Ferran Torres. Even Gerard Moreno can play on that right-hand side. Ndidi, good acceleration. In trouble here. Oh, Sterling trying the nutmeg. Just take it round him, Raheem. Perez, good tackle by Rodri. Laporte deals with it. Danger not averted yet. Maddison with the ball around the corner. Laporte lifts it away. De Bruyne, who just takes it on his head somehow. Ferran will put a lot of running in as well. Hard worker, this young man. He's fouled Fofana here. Just chasing Fofana. Fofana went down. Chance for Leicester to swing a ball in though. And if they got a goal now, with 10 minutes to go, they'll be pretty happy with that, I think. They'd feel there's a very good chance of getting back into this game. Tielemans lifts it in. Evans, header! Into the hands of Edison. Well played. Good goalkeeper from Edison. Solid. Clean sheet, something City pride themselves on as well this season. And they'll be wanting to keep one today, Laporte and Diaz. Edison back on the ball. Diaz. Going to go long, Ruben Diaz. Up to Ferran. Dealt with by Castagna. Tielemans. Good win by De Bruyne against his fellow Belgian teammate. Mendy. De Bruyne. Oh, it's a nice idea by De Bruyne. In the second half, De Bruyne's made one good pass, and that was the one for the goal, so you can't complain too much. But everything else has just been not quite on it, has it, today for De Bruyne? Here's Ndidi. Fofana. And who's man of the match? I know a lot of people say in the first half it was Fernandinho. I think Gabriel Jesus has been a top worker up top today. He's got a goal. He's created chances. He's worked hard. Put everything into this game. I think players like Diaz are a bit like, oh, you know, Diaz, we won't give him man of the match because it's what you expect of him. He set such a high standard for himself. Lowe says, damn, I missed basically all the second half because of the dishes. It's a shame, Lowe, but you've missed a very good goal from Mendy. Came to him at the far post. He switched it from his left to his right foot, put it in that bottom right-hand corner. And the second goal was a beautiful pass through the middle from Kevin De Bruyne. Really nice pass. And then Fernandinho here's just got a yellow card. He just absolutely snapped James Maddison off the ball. Ooh, a nasty tackle for Fernandinho. He gets a yellow card. Maddison tries to start on Fernandinho, and Fernandinho just gives him a little ruffle of his hair. Absolutely nothing from Maddison's going to do to Fernandinho. But yeah, the second goal away. De Bruyne plays a perfect pass through to Jesus. He lays it off to Sterling. You think, shoot, Sterling, shoot. You've got no one in front of you. He takes his time. He cuts it back onto his right foot. Lays it off to Jesus, who puts it in the back of the empty net. But yeah, 2-0. Here's Maddison. Good play by James Maddison. Into Iosi Perez. Laporte in on Maddison. Back to Edison by Laporte. And Vardy, whew, jumped. Nearly got his head on that. Mendy scored. What, says Lowe? I know. You might think I'm joking the way, but no. He took it really well. They crossed it in. The shot got parried away. He shifted it from his left foot to his right foot and put it in the bottom corner. It was unbelievable. Here's Vardy. Laporte, good tackle. Tielemans, Maddison. Maddison! Over the bar. Feels like he should do better, I think, James Maddison. See what he's trying to do. Curl that into the top corner, James Maddison. Well, there's two Mendys on the field now. It's Wilfred and Ndidi off. And it's the other Mendy. Leicester's little Mendy to come on. He's about 5'4", I think, this Mendy. At number 24, so two Mendys on the field. Maddison hoping to maybe get a place in the Euro squad for England, but I think he looks far from it. I mean, if they don't even take Jack Grealish, then Maddison's not getting in, is he? And if they don't take Jack Grealish, I think that's a sackable offence for Gareth Southgate, if I'm honest. Here's Jesus. Diaz. Walker. Jesus, who's playing sort of right wing at the moment. It's Ferran Torres up top. Walker, good burst past Vardy. De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a switch play on his left foot. Flies across to Laporte, who goes back to Edison. Leicester City finally try to press City in their half. Well played, Fernandinho. Lays it off there to Laporte. Leicester City's press is sort of half attempt, isn't it, really? Some players are, some players are not. Fernandinho, lovely ball. Good interception by Ricardo Pereira. Otherwise, Mendy would have been in. Good interception by Fernandinho. He's been so good. Sterling on the turn. De Bruyne. Little flick through to Sterling. Pereira with the tackle. Looked like a foul on De Bruyne. It's not been given. Marty into Maddison on the turn again. Maddison. Foul by Walker this time on Maddison. Couple of late tackles on Maddison here. Not sure why they're picking Maddison out. Another late tackle on Maddison. Like I said, he is a good player, James Maddison. City clearly have picked that out, haven't they? Compliments, I suppose, to Maddison, isn't it, really? That they foul him every time he gets the ball. Here's Evans. On his chest. Castagna. Perez. Oh, lovely turn from Iosi Perez. Vardy. Castagna. Crosses it in. Pereira. Maddison! Oh, if he catches that, James Maddison, it's a wonderful goal from Leicester. But he scuffs it into the hands of Edison. Great play from Iosi Perez. Vardy puts it wide to Castagna. Good ball in his left boot. Pereira lays it off to Maddison in the box. Eloise says Maddison should do better there. Yeah, exactly. If Maddison does do better, though, that would be a brilliant goal. I feel like that's why he's not going to get in the England squad, because you'd see the likes of Mason Mount, Foden, Grealish do a lot better in that position. Sterling, good strength by Sterling. Pereira, good tackle by De Bruyne, nicks it off him. Here is KDB. Still going De Bruyne. 4 players round him. No free kick. Looked like he was tackled there. Kevin De Bruyne. Fouled. He felt so. Referee thought not. Making up for his one earlier. De Bruyne is going to foul Tielemans now. Letting Tielemans know. Here's Evans. 86 minutes played. The last 6 minutes or so of the game have gone pretty quickly. The game close to conclusion. It looks like it's going to end with 3 points for Manchester City, doesn't it? Another foul on De Bruyne. Yellow card for Marty. He just hit De Bruyne here in the back of the head on purpose. Well, Marty there is throwing his hands in the back of De Bruyne's head. Could be a red card, that, for Marty, the way he swung his arm at De Bruyne here. Maybe they'll VAR that. Could be a VAR check on this one, maybe, because it could be a red card. De Bruyne is going to come off, I think. Pep's going to take him off. I think De Bruyne has got a bit of an edge to him, De Bruyne. I think people know that about him. He has for a very long time, and I mean, it looked like it could be a red card on Marty, that, the way he swung his arm at him. Away so angry, got subbed off Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, I mean, he was putting challenges on people, weren't he, kicking them? He's not happy, De Bruyne. He's quite, a character, De Bruyne. That's what they say about him. They know that if he's got a problem, he will make his point heard. He's had a great game again, the Belgian. Who's your man of the match, by the way? Let us know in the comments. With only 2 minutes or so left, who is your man of the match? But De Bruyne is off, Phil Foden's on. Laporte back to Edison. Into Diaz. Lovely ball forward again by Diaz. He was getting better at these every time. Schmeichel. Fofana. Nowhere to go for Fofana, but he still played out of it really well, the French centre-back. Andrew thinks it should have been a red card. Could have very easily been a red card, couldn't it, that one? I really think so. Loacy took a few swings at his head, though. He did, didn't he? And he knew what he was doing about it. He's very lucky not to get a red card, really. Obviously, VAR having a day off again on a little break. I have to say, Jose Perez is a bit critical of him at the start. Said he's not as good as Maddison. He's had a good game today. Rodri's just crunched. Tielemans here. Yellow card for Rodri. Whew. Yellow card for Rodri. Clear yellow card. You can see why. City need to avoid conceding a goal here, if they can. I'd like a clean sheet. Tielemans is still on the floor. Not much in it, though. Come on, Tielemans, get up. Maddison stands over it. City, like I said before, they take pride in these clean sheets. They want a clean sheet. We'll see if they can get one. The clock about to hit 90 minutes. We'll see how many minutes of added time there is. Maddison swings one in. Diaz in there. It's Kyle Walker away. Ferran Torres chases that one down. 3 minutes of added time. So 3 minutes for Leicester to get a goal. Schmeichel sends it long. Fofana up there. Knocked down to Maddison. He's offside. Free kick for City. Diaz on it. I think City have only conceded 15 goals in 28 games where Ruben Diaz has started. That is one ridiculous stat, isn't it? And someone, who should be, I think, winning player of the season is Sterling. Ooh, little step overs against Amati. Fouled by Pereira. Free kick. I don't know what Amati's trying to take the ball off for Sterling for. I think Sterling putting the step overs on Amati because he knew that he'd foul his teammate. Jesus on the free kick because he's the best at holding the ball at the corner flag is Gabriel Jesus. City will take this ball to the corner flag, there's no doubt about that. Sterling, Jesus. Crosses it in to Evans. Poor by Jesus. He tried to kick it off their player for a corner. Laporte, Mendy. Sterling. Can't beat Amati. So who got it right? Who predicted 2-0? Let us know in the comments. You are today's winners. Surely, I think there was a few 2-0s. Gary, Margaret, I think as well. Let us know in the comments if you predicted the 2-0 win. Here's Mendy into Sterling. Jesus. Maddison over the top to Jose Perez. Mendy in there. Perez has done well. And then, ooh, late tackle on Rodri. Results in a free kick for City. Rupert says City should sign Saka. He's versatile. Yeah, I won't mind him at City. I don't think it'll happen. But it depends how bad Arsenal get, doesn't it? Here's Sterling on the wing here. Pereira all over him. Another foul by Pereira on Sterling. Free kick for City. Yeah, me, Margaret and Sophie says Gary at least. Yeah, so if you're the ones who got it right, congratulations, Gary. Well done. You might think yourself a bit of a betting person now. Along with Margaret and Sophie. Well done to Sophie. Well done to Margaret for your predictions. You're spot on. It's not easy to do, is it, predict football results? It really isn't. But you've done it there. And you've done it today. So congratulations. Man of the match wise, I'm going to go with Fernandinho. I think he's been an absolute colossus in midfield. I think Gabriel Jesus in a close second. They've done really well. Those two. And that is full time. Manchester City 2. Leicester City 0. Great performance, really, from the side in that second half. Did the job. Kept a clean sheet. What more can you ask for? Maybe more goals, but that's the way it happens, isn't it? So Manchester City. Gary says, I'm indeed into my betting. That's good, Gary. Well, you got it right today. You might win yourself some money. Sophie got a prediction right as well done. Congratulations. So well done all of you for predicting it right. Like I said, it's not easy. And City go on to the next game. We will be live for the next game, which is against... Let me have a quick check right here now who the next game is against. Can't remember who City do play next. We do play... It's Leeds next. So Leeds on the 10th, I believe, is the next game. If there's another game in midweek, we'll change to that, which I don't think there is. But at the moment, we're looking at Leeds on the 10th. So everyone, hope to see you again on the 10th for Manchester City versus Leeds. After just picking up a 2-0 win against Leicester. Really good result for City today. So thank you very much, like I said, for joining. We've gone up over 100 subscribers since the break. And I'm hoping we keep going up those subscribers. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers, guys. So you keep going. Ferguson McKenny says right foot, left foot, devastating. Quite right, Fergus. That's what Kevin De Bruyne is. So thank you very much for the 803 subscribers. Let's keep growing. Let's get it to that 1,000. And like I said, we've got big things planned for the channel. As always, we're always trying to bring you new things. So thank you very much to everyone for joining this live stream. It's been great to have you. Continue to like the videos, share the channel to your friends, and get them to subscribe to that channel. We work really hard here. So thank you very much. And like we said, we'll see you for the Leeds game next weekend on the 10th. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.